living in chocolate rain. More than marching, more than passing law, chocolate rain. Remake how we got to where we are, chocolate rain. History quickly crashing through your veins, chocolate rain. Using you to fall back down again, chocolate rain.
Broadcasting live from a hollowed-out tree stump in the middle of no man's land. You've reached Married with Comedy with your hosts, James R. Freeman and Jeff Onyx.
Oh, I didn't switch the opener. No. I didn't switch. Oh, wow, man. My microphone's hot, bro. Whoa. Did somebody touch our stuff?
I have no fucking
That's alright.
bro.
I'm gonna shut this off.
Only making sure I wasn't here.
You know what I think it is? I think that the headphones are up really loud. Da, 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 da. Yeah, the headphones are up really loud. Okay, so hey, welcome to the show. Oh, I forgot my hat. I'm gonna look ridiculous all night. I forgot my hat. See, I got bedhead. I got bedhead. On today's show, you guys are going to be excited. We're going to be talking about the dead. We're going to be talking about, stuff and things and nothing happening and something happening and something should be happening when it shouldn't be happening, but it is happening. And then it shouldn't be happening in some places, but it is in other places, but it's not in other places. And we're talking about, dead people. And you're going to meet Vega. Vega.
I guess that's the pet. Pathetic pet.
Yeah, pathetic pet of the week is Vega.
Vince Vega.
Vega. You know what's funny is?
What's that?
I'm gonna go over here like this, and I'm gonna click it as if I'm watching it. But I'm not watching it.
I just look really stoned though.
I'm not watching it.
You're not watching it, no.
Look, I'm gonna go over here to the side. Comments.
You can't say that about dead people. That is such a cool subtitle. I like that.
It's a clickbait type of title.
I get you, man. It's great, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're fucking awesome.
I am awesome.
You are awesome.
Some people, they don't know.
It's alright. Me and your old lady, we know. That's what's important, right?
You know what I forgot to do, though?
And see, some people just, they would abuse that, Jeff. But I just want you to know that I appreciate it.
Do you think we should start cross-posting this week to Woe?
I thought we were going to, and that's why I really...
I'll just do it anyway.
That's what I saved it for comedy horror.
Okay.
But that's why I wanted to come tonight, if I could. So.
You wanted to come tonight.
I wanted to come out tonight, make sure I was on the show.
You wanted to come out.
If we're gonna stream this to Woe and do all that kind of stuff tonight.
You're coming out tonight.
This is our coming out party.
I'm coming out.
Sort of like when I was in high school, my mom had that trailer and everything.
Your mom had a trailer when you were coming out?
And my mom caught me coming out of the closet. You remember me telling you?
Yes.
Yeah. And of course, when something like that happens, you gotta be honest, man. You can't.
Yeah.
There's no secrets in a trailer, bro. So yeah. I had to tell the truth. I sat her down. I said, Mom, I'm growing weed in my closet.
Growing weed in your closet.
Yes, I literally was coming out of the closet, and she was like, "What the hell? That ain't supposed to even be big enough to hold a human being." Oh yeah, what is this? That is a 3-foot long grow lamp. Oh my God.
3 foot long glow lamp.
Oh dude, I was so lucky. I just harvested my shit.
You slacker with your small grow lamps. You wish you had a good nice.
It was hard to tell. It's hard to tell what the plant is once you prune the leaves and then you pull the buds. It's like there's just a shell of a stalk there, really. I don't like to pull the whole thing out.
I'm just the shell of a man.
You just.
I'm just a shell of a man.
Are you?
Yeah.
I learned that from that guy in Springfield. He grew in his closet.
He was in his closet growing.
Oh, it was great, man. No, he had 2 plants in his closet, and he had hollowed out all the way to under the stairs. It's pretty cool.
So how was your week?
My week? Oh man, I don't know. I was this close to my wife going out on vacation without me.
She almost went.
She almost went, man. And I was willing to even take care of the kids.
No.
No.
Why won't it just pause? Oh, here's the pause button.
I am unsure.
Pause is down here.
All right. This man.
There. Look, I got both commenty things up here.
All right. Both commenty things. What? That's Casey Comedy Radio.
That's
and
Comedy Vets.
Wait. Yeah. Wait.
And this is going to be...
Actually, that's Casey Comedy Radio. And that's Comedy Vets.
It says Comedy Vets right there, and that says
Yeah,
Casey
that's what I'm
Comedy
saying,
Radio.
but I had it because I got to point here for it to point there, and then...
and then I'll
That's
pull up
great,
the
dude.
Whoa. I'll pull up the Whoa one on this other computer. Not that anybody's actually watching us on there. Hey, the word of the day, just in case you didn't know, the word of the day, it's a mental illness or disorder that my wife suffers from. So, just in case you didn't know,
She was gonna be here. So
she was going to
so
be here, but
nice.
that's okay.
No, that's cool, man. And I didn't realize she didn't. She wasn't too fond of the idea, or I would have been a little bit more.
Well, the word of the day today is, now I'm going to say it the way that I know how to say it, because this is the way that Melissa and I say it, because we're not from around here. Misanthropy. Is that the way you say it? Misanthropy.
Sure.
Misanthropy.
Misanthrope.
Misanthropy? Misanthropy?
No, a misanthrope is a person who doesn't like people.
Who hates, detests, or dislikes.
It's kind of hard to say that if you're
human
a person,
beings.
right? Because then that would mean they detest themselves. No,
Yes.
they don't.
Yes.
It's because they're highly intelligent people and they don't understand people's
Oh, what am I doing?
ignorance. That's what it is.
Did you see that?
And then they've been diagnosed their whole life to think they're crazy. It's like when they told my uncle he was a genius. Well, you got a 160 IQ, that means you're a genius. So then everything he did was genius. No. Everything you do ain't genius. Otherwise, all the geniuses would succeed at everything. It doesn't work that way.
It's going to do it again.
Why would you do that to me?
I
Are you
started.
doing that to me on purpose?
I've started typing on the wrong thing.
That's all right. It's all good. I'm going to take a break for a second.
Go ahead. Do what you're going to do. Say what you're going to say. There. Now I'm going to write a comment.
Boom. This stuff is phenomenal. It's alkaline water. It's called Evermore. This stuff rocks, man.
Evermore?
It hits your mouth and it's not like...
Yeah.
I'm sure people know what I mean.
So misanthropy.
Yes, misanthropy. So your wife has that, is what you're saying.
Yeah, the hatred or dislike for mankind or humankind. Just humans in general.
Okay, see, but then
Humans
that
in
means
general.
my wife is a misanthrope as well.
Probably.
But she says I hate people all the time. She says all the time, and I'm like, I don't think you hate people, honey. You're a people person. I think the problem is she's an empath. She's very sympathetic, but also like she feels people's pain.
She feels people's pain.
Yeah, like if she's in a room and somebody's in pain, she can feel it. It's weird. And I don't know what that does to her.
I think that
I'm
is-
kind of the opposite, aren't we?
Yeah.
You too, right?
Yeah, I
mean,
think
that's
so.
one of the things I think that connects us is we're
We-
a little weird about emotion, right?
We not only don't feel people's pain,
Right.
we kind of don't give a damn 90% of the time.
Well, and yours is even more so, I think, partially because of the survivalist stuff.
Well, and the Asperger's.
Well, I'm saying on top of that, because I have that too, that basic thing, but for me, I've had to find a way, right? So my dad called it being in state. It's where you're able to act. It's like I mean, my dad's a sociopath, so if anybody's going to teach you how to act in a social setting, it's going to be that guy.
See how
But then he used to get drunk all the time and act like an idiot in social settings. So I was like, what the? I don't understand what you're trying to teach me here, bud. But anyway.
The internet keeps cutting out.
Yeah.
So the people on Facebook probably can't see what we're doing. I don't know why the internet keeps cutting out. But
I don't care.
for those of you who are watching,
I don't know what that
this
means.
looks and
That's all I'm
sounds
saying.
perfect
I shouldn't
on
say I don't care.
YouTube and Rumble. Looks and sounds perfect. If you're listening to it, all of our podcast things, this looks and sounds perfect on all the podcasty stuff.
And Jeff has done an amazing job on everything. I want to say that first.
I have.
But for whatever reason, we cannot figure out the internet thing. So
No, I moved it and everything. And they said that they have fiber here. And I have the repeater, and I moved it up there.
Here.
I moved it up there.
I don't suppose there's any way to directly hook up.
Well,
there?
if
That'd be the best way to go.
hey, Lori.
Might have to get your own. How much would that be? Did you check that out?
It'd be hundreds of dollars, but
$70, ain't it?
But no, because
Fucking
it's
fiber's
considered a business.
$70. You don't have to get a business.
No. This is considered a business, so they won't hook up regular internet here. You have to hook up business internet here. And business internet's like 2 or 3 times more than what it is.
Whatever. They got more than one package.
I can tell you,
ridiculous.
There are people upstairs who are using the internet.
Well, and I've talked to my wife about this. I think we're gonna stop using the Wi-Fi. Like we're gonna shut our fucking phone, turn our phones on airplane at home, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just stop using the Wi-Fi.
You know, there was a redneck. I told the redneck joke
where
before.
we can all trade off, and then that way at night I can be the one doing the computer stuff at night. Anyways, go ahead.
I think I told the redneck thing already.
You what?
Yeah, the redneck, the Chiefs lost, and the redneck came home and he punched his Wi-Fi because he thought it was the internet's fault.
Is that an OJ joke? What? Who did what now?
He punched his Wi-Fi.
I was just joking. It's alright, man. It's fine. Hello. I'm trying to see what's in my pocket here because I can't freaking remember.
I'm trying
Oh, this is the jiu-jitsu schedule for the kids. Dude, I'm telling you, man. Man.
The jiu-jitsu schedule is hardcore.
No, my kids have no idea the opportunity they have right now. My kids could, fill a room with trophies if they started right now doing jiu-jitsu. My oldest kid is a freaking beast, dude. I'm not playing. But she has no idea she's a beast. So when she's wrestling with me, she tackles me and she can do whatever she wants to. So, but it seems like when she gets around the other little kids, she's like, And I'm like, no, hit that.
You need to use your weight.
Yeah, so Rudy told me, he's like, look, man, I bet you I could teach them girls just a couple things. Like, he taught the rear naked choke. And my youngest jumped on my back and put me in the rear naked choke and even put her arm to her shoulder like this, dude. And I had to tap. I was like, no, don't ever do that again. My neck still hurts a little bit right there. I'm not playing. And they ain't playing. So anyways, he gave me a schedule because when they get out of school, we got to find something for them to do. And my oldest doesn't want to do it, but I keep thinking, man, if she went to a tournament and just won the whole thing and got a trophy, I don't think she'd ever look back. Rudy thinks so too, I guess. So, but he offered me a real special deal, man, like $50 off a month. And they got
$50 a month
off.
That's a good deal.
Well, it's really so it's like 30%. It's a third. But it seems like when she gets around
every single time.
Special deal, man. Like 30% off, give or take.
Yeah, 30% off, give or take.
Yeah. So, and then they have sparring 4 to 6 on Sundays, man. That sounds like fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's up?
So we got Casey Comedy Radio chat there. Flow Entertainment there. Comedy Vets over here.
Comedy Vets. All right.
So
there's Whoa. Gotcha. Radio. Facebook.
I just don't understand why it's doing it the way it does it.
I don't either, man. I don't know enough about computers to even bother with this shit. To be honest with you.
I'm not gonna bother with none of it. No mo. So you ready to get it on?
I'm ready to get it on, bro. Let's do the do, as they say, with the people's things and the stuff.
Hey, for those of you who are checking us out on the interwebs and stuff.
Checking us out.
If for some reason it keeps jiggity jag on there like that, remember later on, YouTube and Rumble have the clean video, which looks way better than this, by the way. And the audio sounds perfect on our podcast thing. All of our archives can be found on our website, kccomedy.com. Click Married with Comedy, the icon, and all of the past episodes are on there, and they're archived right there for you to see.
See what I mean? He's a genius, sort of.
This week in comedy history, May 10th through May 16th. May 10th, 1968. Oh, look, we gotta do like this. Boom! Look at that.
Chicka chow. Ooh, yeah, you could have waited until after.
May 10th, 1968. Al Murray was born, known for his hard-edged social and political satire in the UK.
Oh, okay.
He's you might not know that his great-grandfather was the Bishop of Rochester.
What?
Yeah.
Like a Catholic bishop?
Yeah.
What?
Catholic bishop.
That's awesome.
June 8th, 1927.
Nuh-uh.
Jerry Stiller was born, and he died May 11th, 2020. Best known...
He died?
Best known for his role as George Costanza's father on Seinfeld. You might not know, after marrying his wife Ann Mira, he convinced her to start doing improv comedy. And then along with her, they formed a comedy duo.
See?
So his wife wasn't even
watch
into
this.
that. His wife wasn't even into it. Until he introduced
my wife
her to
wasn't either. I think she was just chicken. She didn't want to say that. Oh, look!
May 12, 1937.
I knew he was a tourist, though.
George Carlin was born, and he died June 22nd, 2008.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know what I mean.
I knew he was dead, though. Just like...
He was dubbed the Dean of Counterculture Comedy. You might not know that George Carlin joined the United States Air Force, was trained as a radar technician.
He was a vet.
While he was in the Army, or while he was in the Air Force.
So you just said Air Force, buddy.
He was court-martialed 3 times.
No.
But but when he left the Air Force in 1957, he got a general discharge.
Okay. So he did like I did. They tried to kick me out, and they kind of succeeded. But then I got the lawyer, so then the lawyer got it turned over to a general discharge.
And he didn't get.
Which means technically you can go back as long as the circumstances.
He didn't get any judicial reprimands.
Prejudice.
Hey, hi, Chris. So yeah.
What's up, man?
Okay.
Looks at me.
You know what's funny is I keep saying to myself, I'm not going to address people on the comments.
I know, but you
until
have
between
to. That's half the fun.
Between segments.
I think that's why people comment.
You think so?
Whoa Entertainment said hi.
That's me.
That's you.
Yeah, I said hi to everyone.
Okay.
To test it.
Right, because you're an admin now.
Yeah.
Oh, moving up in the world.
Yeah. May 13th, 1964, Stephen Colbert was born. Best known for the Colbert Report.
And his black eyes. Can you see that?
Yeah.
He's got black eyes, dude.
You might not know, on September 11th, on 9/11, 1974,
that fucking wing.
Colbert's brothers, Peter and Paul, were on Eastern Airlines flight.
His nickname's Mary. Sorry.
Okay.
All right.
His brothers Peter and Paul were on a flight, Eastern Airlines flight 212, attempting to land in Charlotte, North Carolina, when it crashed and they all died. Yeah, on 9/11.
No.
Yeah, 9/11, 1974. Stephen Colbert's brothers died, both of them, Peter and Paul.
How old was he then?
I don't know, but they were going to like
when's his birthday?
Boarding school.
64. So 10. He was 10.
He was 10, yeah.
Wow.
So he was too young to go to boarding school. May 14th, 1926, Eric Morecambe? Morecambe? Morecambe?
Bust of him. Does that
Morecambe.
mean he's a Mason?
Well, I'm going to tell you. And he died May 28, 1984, best known as part of the comedy duo Morecambe and Wise. You might not know, in May of 1984,
Morecambe and Wise?
he performed a show.
Oh.
Okay, so in 1984, he was performing a show. He did his normal duo stand-up
This
comedy
is that guy
improv thing.
that you were telling me about?
No, a different guy.
Oh, okay.
He was doing his normal improv stand-up thing, and then they had 6 encores, or 6 curtain calls.
Nuh-uh.
During each of the 6 curtain calls, he picked up a different instrument and played a song.
Nuh-uh.
After the last curtain
That's
call,
pretty awesome.
he went to the wings of the stage and off the wings of the theater. And as soon as he stepped off stage under the wing, he collapsed and died the next day, never regaining consciousness.
What a way to go, dude. That's probably the way he wanted to go, you know?
So that happened in May of 1984. He was
Maybe not.
performing his show. Collapsed.
That's crazy. So, I am laughing at dead people.
The
today.
reason that he's got a bust of him is because
That's the thing.
they didn't have any pictures of him normal. That's the only one I could find.
Oh, shit.
September 18, 1933, Fred Willard was born, and he died May 15, 2020. See, the 2 people who died in 2020 so far on this episode. Fred Willard, best known for his role in the movie This Is Spinal Tap. You might not know that he graduated from the Kentucky Military Institute in 1951 and then the Virginia Military Institute in 1955. He was then stationed in Germany while serving in the U.S. Army. So he was in the Army. Yeah. Here we go. May 16th, 1964. Look at this homeboy. May 16th, 1964, Milton Jones was born, best known for his deadpan, neurotic-style comedy. You might not know that he's actually an evangelical Christian and often performed at Christian festivals in the UK and the United States. So that, my dear friends,
That is, as they say, that.
That was This Week in Comedy History. And by the way, I found out that the audio does not cut out when we do the transitions. It was just because we were lagging because of the internet that day.
Gotcha. Okay, so we don't have to
hold
our breath from now on.
I forgot something. Fan mail.
What? We got fan mail.
Where'd it go?
Did we really get fan mail?
Where did it go?
You probably got fan mail. I doubt I got fan mail. I bet I get hate mail. We should do both. We should do fan mail and hate mail.
Fan mail.
And then any mail I get, even if it's good, we should call it hate mail.
If you would like to send us fan mail, send fan mail care of Comedy Vets, P.O. Box.
Oh, we didn't get any.
369, Lathrop, Missouri 64465. We have gotten fan mail. I just keep forgetting.
369, really?
Yes, I keep forgetting to bring the fan mail.
I don't know
We
if
have
were
some.
Doing that thing you
I just keep forgetting to bring it. We
Yeah.
probably have some in the mail right now.
We do.
Yeah, in the mailbox.
Jeff, you're so together.
So,
What is happening?
If you have anything you would like to send to us, if you would like to send us a care package, a letter, hate mail, love mail,
Yeah.
a love letter, don't send any animals or anything illegal.
Yeah, if it's for me, designate it hate mail, M-A-L-E. Care of Comedy Vets, same P.O. Box, all right?
So fan mail, care
Hate
of
mail
Comedy
for
Vets.
Jeff and hate mail for Jay.
P.O. Box 369, Lathrop, Missouri 64465.
Yeah, that was good
Boom.
stuff, Jeff.
You know what's really stupid?
No,
I've
it's
had the taking out the trash stuff the entire time we were talking.
not.
That entire opening, instead of Word of the
Don't
Day,
worry
it says,
about
and
it.
instead of This Week in Comedy History, it didn't say that.
Don't worry about it, man.
Do you like the new opener?
I do.
You should hear the close.
With the bot,
Yeah.
I'm gonna hear the close, right?
The close
I'm
is
sure
gonna be
you're
awesome.
gonna share it with me.
So,
Is it my turn?
yeah, the breakdown.
True Detective.
Break it down.
So, for those who don't know, True Detective is an HBO original series or whatever.
I don't like the way these are. I'm going to have to move them.
And the first one stars Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey.
Hey. And it's got a really good cast.
Yeah, that's
but
better.
Those two guys in particular are fucking awesome. They do their characters justice. I mean, you really believe they are those people. And their chemistry between them and the tension between them, because the two characters have tension. And part of the tension is that the one guy has to be the other guy's partner. And he's kind of out there, right? But I'm trying to remember. Well, I'm not gonna. I'll leave the reveal for the show. But the show basically is about two detectives who stumble upon this weird symbolic murder out in the middle of a field, and they find out that the murders are connected in some way.
Oh yeah.
But one of the brilliant aspects of the show that continues through each of the three shows. There are 3 seasons, and each season is different, right? Whole different cast, whole different storyline.
Yeah.
Even though there's a thread that runs through there, especially in the third one and the first one, between the third one and the first one, there's a little thread that runs through there that gives you the indication that they might be connected. But anyways, each of the stories are separate, so you can watch any one you want to, right?
Okay.
The second season is Vince Vaughn. Oh, frog in my throat. Vince Vaughn, Colin Farrell.
Who's Colin Farrell?
The Irishman.
Oh, like I thought you meant like Colin Quinn.
No, Colin Farrell is an actual good actor. I just DVR'd a movie that he was in. If you haven't seen this movie, it's called 7 Psychopaths.
No.
And I saw it a long time ago, and I remembered I really liked the movie, right? So I went ahead and recorded it again. So if you get a chance to watch 7 Psychopaths, you must watch that. Anyways, back to the show. So in the second show, the show opens up with a rape of a detective's wife.
Huh.
And I don't think they actually show it, but the opening is where they give the indication that all this went down. And then the cop is invited to this big gangsters bar, and the gangster says to the cop, look, I just want you to know
Gangsters.
that we don't get down like that. I mean, we may shirk the law a little bit here, but we don't trek like that, and we don't kill cops, and we don't rape cops' wives, and so on and so forth. He said, so I'm giving you this information. He's like, so what? So then I owe you? And he's like, hey, maybe we talk, maybe we don't, but like I said, we don't get down like that. So anyways, so Vince Vaughn gives him the guy who supposedly did this. And so that's how the show starts out. And it runs along that line, but it also plays with the timeline, right? And then the third one is the black guy from The Green Book with Viggo Mortensen. Great movie. He was also in the 4400, which is one of my all-time favorite shows. Something Ali. I can't remember his real name, his first name, I mean. But anyway, so then the third series is about an old guy who's losing his mind.
A Babwa?
No. It starts with an M.
Muhammad?
But anyway, so the third one is, and I was trying to finish that one. The third season is about this guy who's been contacted by a woman who's doing a
thing.
true crime report or whatever. But she's doing like cold case files, you know what I mean? So anyway, so she contacted him because he's involved in this case. And his wife actually wrote a book about the case. And so he's struggling because he's going through senility and dementia, even maybe possibly Alzheimer's. So his his kid is trying to help him out. His kid is also a cop, and there's a basic tension there because the cop doesn't remember, right? So as he's going through this, he's talking with this chick. He's being interviewed for the show, and he doesn't know what he's going to reveal. And so him and then his partner is Steven Dorff, if y'all remember that cat from Blade. I believe it's the first one.
Is he any relation to Brad?
I don't know. Brad Dorff. I don't know who that is.
Is that Brad Dorn? I got it wrong. Probably Brad Dorn.
But anyway, so Steven Dorff,
Chucky?
he's been in a lot of movies though. He cooled off for a while there, but anyways, he's great in the show. He's absolutely wonderful. And it goes off in Texas in the 70s is the original timeline. So each one of them plays with the timeline, right? So you've got the first one where they call the detectives in for an old case, right? But when they got the case, it was an old case. Every Friday with just Jay and Jeff Henderson, Onyx. That's hilarious.
Don't say my real name.
Who?
Him.
That's you? Oh, I thought he was saying somebody else because he put Jeff Onyx there at the end.
Yeah, well, who's Jeff Henderson?
I don't know who that is.
Not me.
Anyway.
Jeff Onyx.
That's crazy. I see what he did there. I don't. Okay, yeah, you're right. We gotta stop reading that.
I didn't say your real name.
Mine?
No, him.
Oh, I was gonna say because, you know, what are you gonna do? Just Jay is like an old moniker that I used to use, so maybe that's what he was trying to do, trying to show his the love that he's been around since before we had our names.
Yeah, but you on Facebook, are you listed as James R. Freeman, and you're locked out of that account or banned?
Well, I got banned, but then I couldn't get back in. Now I can't get back in, but from what I understand, people are interacting with, because they don't know that I can't get back in unless they know me, right?
Huh.
So my mom said, "Oh yeah, there's stuff being, shared on your timeline and everything else." And I was like, "Oh, okay, have fun." So whatever, I don't care.
Kids these days.
It's fine. I don't care.
Yeah,
I really don't.
I don't care either.
Facebook
So that was a good breakdown.
And it was a blessing. Anyway, so then the second season, they play with the timeline. They go after the Vince Vaughn and Colin Farrell have had a relationship for a while, and he gives him money for like information and do little certain favors and whatnot. And so Frank and I can't remember what the guy's name is, what Colin Farrell's name is. I hate that. Anyway, so they end up having one of the revelations is who told what's his name that they were that the guy is the one who raped his wife. That was one of the revelations that comes out, and then the truth about that, and then the Vince Vaughn character is trying to get out of the gangster life. That's what it is. Trying to get out of that gangster lifestyle. and something happens. That's how the show opens up. Something happens in the first one where the guy who had all his money dies.
Huh.
And they took all the money that he died. The guys that killed him took all the money. So anyway, so he's chasing that around, trying to figure out what the hell's going on, and that's the driving force of the show. And then the third season is, like I said, it's really intertwined. It's very, very well done and very well acted. And then those people are trying to solve a possible murder, but it ends up being some child trafficking stuff involved. And then, like I said, there's some kind of link to the first season. Anyway, so if you haven't seen it, you gotta go see it. I really, really enjoyed it. True Detective. I'm gonna go back and watch it again to see if there's a common thread that I missed. Something, especially in the second one, because with kids, sometimes you can't always watch thoroughly. You got, kids are in the room, you gotta shut that off. Hey, put on freaking Bluey or something. So anyways, True Detective, check it out. I really enjoyed it. It's got a whole lot of different underlying themes to it. So enjoy. All right, man, I'm done. Ding.
You're like totally done with all your stuff.
Uh-huh.
And for some reason, one of my bookmarks didn't come over like it was supposed to.
I don't know what that means. So nobody heard what I just said?
No.
Okay. Well, you're recording it anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yay. Genius. Pure. Genius. I mean, pure. Yeah. Good job, man.
Yeah. Well, that is awesome what you were just talking about, and I was totally listening.
Yeah, I don't think so. That's all right.
I was totally paying attention to what you were saying.
Yeah. About True Detective.
Yeah, about True Detective and stuff.
It's a good show, man.
Yeah.
It's a good show. It's like paying attention. It's like a mini series. There's like 8 of them for each show.
Well, here's the thing now. Outpost Survival Tip of the Week.
Yes, look at that. Start a fire with a guitar pick.
The Outpost Survival Tip of the Week. Even though I know about this, what I decided to do is, instead of telling you about it and showing you the different stuff, I'll just show you an article about it. So that way other people...
You are not going to start a fire in here.
So other people know what's up. So the thing about guitar picks is that you need the plastic kind of guitar pick if you're going to do starting a fire with them. Okay. You can get a whole bunch of guitar picks for just like a $1 or $2.
I was wondering how you do that, because they're plastic, right?
Well, they're plastic. Not only that, is they're made of celluloid, cellulose, something like that. Not cellulose.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay, so this is what a guitar pick looks like right there. That's what a guitar pick looks like.
Right.
For those of you who don't know what a guitar pick looks like.
Right.
So basically what you do is you take the guitar pick and you scratch it a little bit and you feather it a little bit. That helps it to catch a flame. Most guitar picks, depending on how thick they are, if you're using a really thin guitar pick that's made of the cellulose material, you can light it with a ferro rod. You can light it with a flint and steel. It only takes like a couple strikes most of the time to light it. Once it's lit, though, it only stays lit for like 8 to 10 seconds if it's a thin one. The thicker ones, it might burn a little bit longer, but they burn very hot and very fast. The point of scratching off a little bit of the material is to make a little bit of tinder, so that when you spark it, it catches on the tinder. Also, the reason you feather it a little bit on one of the sides is that it gives it...
That means feather, where you like
feathering it.
Clip.
Feathering it is where you take a knife and you take a piece of wood that's like this, and when you feather it, you basically split it open like that to make little feathers.
Okay.
But that's really pronounced. I mean, you'd have like a big piece of wood like this, and then you would feather a little piece off the side like that. Anyway, point being is, it would be a little tiny.
Well, and maybe somebody's listening to this thinking what I'm thinking.
Little tiny feathering. And then when you strike it or light it with a lighter or whatever, it just goes.
feathering.
Now you don't have to feather it or scratch off the stuff if you're lighting it with a lighter, because the lighter will catch right away. But as soon as you light it, put it down. Or
Okay.
better yet, put it down and light it while it's on the ground or in your,
Because
in
they'll
your
light
bundle.
pretty fast.
They light really fast.
They go up pretty quick.
So, emergency tinder.
Emergency tender.
Guitar picks.
And they're waterproof, right?
And they're waterproof. You don't have to worry about it. They're waterproof.
Yeah, that's pretty good, dude. I like that.
So, the Outpost Survival Tip of the Week, guitar pick to light a fire with.
Alright, I like that.
So,
I wonder if you could use the magnifying glass on the guitar pick
I don't know.
to start the fire. You know
You
what I
could
mean?
probably, yeah.
You could put it on top of a leaf and then start the fire on the
That
fucking
shit.
leaf.
420. I like the blue, though, because it contrasts us a little bit better and makes that curtain look blue behind us.
Mhm.
Right now, it looks kind of weird. I like it when it's blue. It makes us look, and see, it reflects off of my hair.
Yeah.
When it's blue, it reflects off of us a little bit better and gives us a little bit more detail. So while you're talking about 420, I'm going to go get some water.
Okay, bet. Well, I'm actually working
420.
on that while I'm talking about it. How'd that be? And those of you who know what's happening right now. Trying to get this all rolled up real nice. And I'm trying to get this all smoked up real nice. But today we're talking about multiplicity.
Multiplicity.
And what does that mean? That's a multiplicity of options. Okay? Why is it that we're having a gas shortage? I ask you. Did you know that you can use the oil from all different kind of things for fuel?
This is 420?
Yes. You can use hemp oil for fuel. And yet the pipeline goes down and y'all can't get fuel? It's because people aren't paying attention to what's going on out there. In other words, they're not thinking about the progressive, steps that go with any type of logical conclusion when it comes to saving the planet. Like, it's okay to recycle. In fact, it's great to recycle, but if we don't all recycle, what good's it going to do? Right? And so you have very few people recycling. You have towns where people pay for recycling. You have towns where people get recycling for free. It's very strange, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we used to live up the street from the recycling place off of Lee Summit Road. And I enjoyed going down there and dropping off all the recycling stuff, right? Of course, now it's not like that. I don't know what they do now after the, all the COVID stuff. So, are you getting an echo or something? What's so funny?
It's that I set the microphones just right, so they're perfect. And for some reason, I hear a whoa, 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 whoa
That's
in the
my
microphone.
heartbeat. That's my heartbeat.
I'm gonna change the settings on this.
So, anyways,
I'm gonna add some
my
filters
point
to
is
filter that out.
When I was 18, I was all involved, man. I was a member of Normal. This is true, by the way.
Like somebody unplugged it.
Back when nobody even hardly knew what it was. I had subscribed to High Times just so I could get the Cannabis Cup version while I was in the military. It's true. And I would have it sent to my mom's house and then have her send it out to me.
Is the Cannabis Cup like a really slow foot race?
Which, bless her heart, my mom doesn't really agree with that kind of stuff. But, it's cool. She's always been a pretty good mom, man. I gotta say, my mom did all right. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Anyways, back to the weed. Mary Jane, my mother from another, or something. I don't know. My point is that marijuana can be turned into an oil that can thus be used for combustion, just like petroleum. The difference is there's an addiction to petroleum that goes way beyond what you put in your gas tank. Petroleum is used for plastics, and it makes them very cheap to make. That's how Tupperware made all that damn money. Right? I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, man.
Tupperware made of plastic.
Yeah, so marijuana, it turns out, is the miracle plant. And if it wasn't for Anslinger in 1938, making marijuana the #1 enemy in the war on drugs.
Do you know why?
Which they gave Nixon the coin on that, but that was not who coined the phrase. Anyways,
Do you want to know why?
do I want to know why Anslinger decided to take on marijuana?
Yeah.
Sure.
Because they were making too much money, and he was betting on a different alternate source of energy and other things. Because up till that
makes
point,
more sense.
up to that point, they were using it for not only smoking it a little bit, but they were using almost every rope up to that point was made from hemp.
Yep.
Almost every rope was made from hemp.
The strongest and cheapest.
You know what they use now? Petroleum-based like things like plastics and nylons.
And then you got to keep creating these plastics. But what about like bamboo? When did we decide that the strongest plant that you can use, this wood-like structure, is not useful? It doesn't destroy the soil. So why wouldn't we use bamboo instead of trees? Why wouldn't we use marijuana plants instead of trees? I mean, you could literally use the flower for smoking and for medicine, and then you can use the stalks for paper. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
And you don't even partake.
You could use hemp for clothing, for rope, for fuel, for smoking, for food.
And you can look it up. So then why are we even having a discussion in 2021 about people not getting energy? Why aren't solar panels mandatory on every house that's built now? Okay? Why can't you just grow your own marijuana?
Well,
why does the government have to get involved if you're not selling it? It's none of their business.
Well, if solar panels were that good,
tax issue.
If solar panels were that good, why are they not giving people an incentive to say, okay, if you switch from these other things to solar panels, we'll give you the solar panels for free. We want solar panels. Give us some damn solar panels.
They buy your excess power.
I don't want them hooking up to my power, no.
No, I'm just saying the power plants will buy your excess power when you have solar panels.
They can keep them.
Remember, I told you about that dude.
I want my own power.
I know, but you remember I told you about that dude who built a circuit.
Do you know why they'll buy your excess power?
I guess
I can tell you why.
Because you have extra and you don't have anything to do with it.
No, it's control. It's because at any moment, they can not only track what you're doing, how much you're producing, but if they decide to, they can shut you down.
That's true.
They can shut you down.
And I don't like that, because here's what I'll tell you. If they have to force you into submission, they shouldn't be in charge.
Yeah. You know, right now...
So I can tell my kids, if I have to yell at you, you've already lost.
Yeah.
I don't understand why we go through this every time. You know what happens. I try to talk to you nice. I try to coax you. I try to goad you. Then it gets complicated.
You know, they don't do meters the way they used to on houses. The electric meter. They can scan your house from the street with a little scanner thing. And I don't know, you should go check it out. Somewhere in your house, there's a little antenna. Little tiny antenna.
Well, and we caught them when we shut the power off to the house. The stupid thing was still turning. We had to shut off the main power to the house for like 3 days. Isn't that crazy?
And they were still charging you.
Yeah, dude, we shut off the water and the power, and they tried to charge us more. In the case of water, and my wife was like, and not only did we have it shut off for 3 days so that we could do all this stuff, but we also were not staying there. So even the very little amount of water of going to the bathroom and doing
don't get me started on the water.
Oh my gosh!
Don't get me started on the water.
We're so foolish.
They charge you for the water. Yeah. Then they charge you a sewage fee for the usage of the water that you've used. So for every gallon of water you buy, they're going to charge you sewage fee, disposal fee for the water you've used. Yeah. Even if you are not hooked up to their sewer system, even if you've got a septic tank, they're going to charge you for the water. Then they're going to charge you a sewage fee.
I know, it's crazy, right? And I don't understand why water and sewage are like different, but the same. Like in some places you pay different, and some places it's on the same bill.
We lived in a neighborhood
It's
one
like,
time
come on,
where
man.
the water, sewage, trash, and something else were all together in one bill. The only bill that was separate was your electricity, and they didn't do gas, and nothing was gas there. It was all electricity, and then, crazy.
Crazy.
So your 420 for today is, why aren't they like using weed for other stuff?
I mean, now they're using it, so why wouldn't you? It's ridiculous. Anyone who says that there's no THC in seeds and stems, just understand that every year I used to save all my seeds and stems. I would use the good ones, obviously, which was about 20 out of the whole batch of 2 ounces of seeds and stems. And then I would make 4 sticks of butter with that. And then I would eat the baked goods and get high. So anyone who says there's no THC, now you have to make some other amendments for it to work.
Can I ask you a question?
But you have to remember the THC has to come somewhere.
How much material do you have to use to make enough gas and make enough fuel to fuel your vehicle?
Say that one more time.
How much marijuana would you have to fuel your vehicle?
Well, my understanding that it's very close to the same energy trade-off as petroleum, but,
I know, but how
like
long...
a container this size full of hemp oil
equals
would
that
make
much
a
of
gallon of gas.
Yeah, but my question is, how many plants
would
you need to process down?
It would depend. I mean,
to make that. And here's what a lot of people don't know.
What goes into it. Like if you're clipping the buds,
hey,
you're going to need more.
Hey, you
tree
hugging.
Just using the seeds, you're going to need more.
Hey, you tree hugging, eco-friendly. What do they call those people? Tree hugging
Vegans? I don't know.
The eco people.
Sure.
Okay. The process by which something is created sometimes is worse than the clean thing that you're trying to have.
Right.
So the process of producing what it is, the process of producing the item that you use that consumes that power source, and or the process of creating the power source.
Right.
Both of those things are issues that you need to look into, because most of the time producing fossil fuels is a lot easier, faster, cheaper, and produces less byproducts. Not only that, the vehicles, to drive a vehicle, to produce the vehicle produces less byproducts than producing like a battery or what have you. You see that shit? Good thing we're still on over here.
Mm-hmm.
Every time.
It's crazy.
Good thing we're on there.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hey, Lori, my chitty chat thing over here, that I'm gonna just chitty chat with you and the kitty dick, clickety clack. It restarted.
Clickety clack.
It restarted, so I can't
about that?
I can't chitty chat. Chitty chatty clickety clack.
Oh, that's funny.
So I ain't gonna be chitty chatting and clickety clacking with you right now.
All right, so I guess my point was that.
Yeah, your point is done.
Yes, sir.
So that's the end of the 420. So I'm gonna have to get rid of this stuff, and I'm gonna pull up some stuff over here.
Yeah, baby.
And then I'm gonna do this side over here.
Like it like that.
This right here. Today's conjecture of fact. Did you know Princess Diana had a mascot sex toy that she took along with her on a lot of her foreign visits? It was a good luck charm. So the gadget, in French, the gadget. Okay, so they had this staff night out, wild staff night out party in 1992 in Paris, where they were hanging out together, and a staff member bought her as a joke, bought her this device, which she then enjoyed intensely, enjoyed a lot. So then she used to keep it with her and take it everywhere she went. And then, so she would go to the different places and stuff like that, and people didn't know. Okay, so there was one time where she accidentally left it in a drawer when she went to Nepal. And she left it in a drawer in Kensington Palace. And she kept telling people that this is a good luck charm. If we don't have it, then bad things are going to happen. So somebody needs to go get it. So somebody went to go get it, and they got it to her in Nepal. But instead of handing it to her, they handed it to someone else, one of the guys that was there, right? It was delivered to the king of Nepal.
Whatever, that's...
During a press conference, the guy opened it, but the press was outside, but it was just a bunch of people, like dignitaries and stuff, before the press conference had started. So all the press was outside. He opens it up, and she says, "Oh, that must be for me." When he pulls out her device, and he takes it and puts it in his pocket. Whatever. So apparently she carried, it doesn't even show a picture of the device, but apparently on this day right here, she didn't have the device with her because it was her good luck charm.
Dude right there. Big old honking nose.
So what do you think of that? So Captain Musto, Captain Ed Musto of the Royal Marines, made an ill-advised decision to open the packet and remove it in front of everybody. "Oh, that must be mine," she says. So, yeah, that's about it. So today's conjecture of fact. Princess Diana had a little sex toy device that she got from France called Le Gadget.
Le Gadget.
Le Gadget.
Le Gadget.
And she would leave it in her handbag all the time.
That's crazy.
So.
All right.
Where does it say? Sir. There was a quote here where she said that it's
you know, everything will go wrong without it.
Everything will go wrong without it. So that's why I was saying on this day right here. Where is it? This day right here?
She needed it for Prince Charles.
Yeah.
Jeez.
No, that's the day that her limousine crashed.
What day?
The limousine crashed. She was the paparazzi was trying to get pictures of her, and you know, it crashed. So maybe her vibrator wasn't in there.
Oh wow. That was when it happened in 92?
No, that's when she got the device, was in 92. Okay. So she carried it with her everywhere when she went out.
So you're saying
that maybe the bad luck was real, that she didn't have the device on that day.
Oh my god.
And that's why she
man, if I could go back in time.
If I could turn back time.
Right, knock on the window. Miss Princess Di, you left this.
You need to go get your get your dilly.
You need this.
You need to go get your diddly do, yo. Diddly do.
Diddly do, yo. Diddly.
Okay, so your turn. Oh wait, I gotta turn this back because I don't like that color. Boom. So comedy, horror. No, not comedy horror. Prison rules.
Prison rules. Yeah, I was gonna say. All right.
I don't have a prison rules one. Oh well, prison rules.
All right. Prison rules. So prison rules is nothing, right?
As you go.
The reason I said nothing is because
nothing.
The CDC panel okays Pfizer vaccine for ages 12 and up. And this reminds me of when they had that damn Gardasil vaccination, right? To vaccinate women against HPV. The human papilloma virus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was something
else.
Warts
and whatnot.
I was thinking something else.
Mm-hmm. They recommended it for girls 12 and up. And I thought, you know what? If you are vaccinating your 12-year-old because you're worried she's going to get HPV, then you might have worse problems. And you might want to sit her down and talk to her about her sexual behaviors.
Then you might be a dead wreck.
Fucking weirdos. So, I feel like we're in a situation where why would you want a 12-year-old to be vaccinated for a disease that barely gives them a hiccup? That most kids don't even notice they have. Absolutely ridiculous. So, what am I doing? Nothing. See, I think every week I should talk about maybe a new rule for the kids and how am I going to explain this shit to my kids.
Yeah.
My kids are so excited about the mask restrictions, you wouldn't believe it. They were singing in the back, and I picked them up for school and said, hey, you know, the mayor, they don't even know who the mayor is. They don't care. All they know is the mayor said no more masks, so we like the mayor. It was just, and they were like, oh, does that mean we don't have to wear them at school? And I thought, you know what, come Monday, you don't. I'd have sent them to school with no mask.
Who is the mayor? Sister Sledge? Sly and the Man?
Quentin
Sly?
Lucas.
Oh,
his name is.
Quentin Tarantino. Okay.
Black dude.
Quentin
I don't
Tarantino.
know. I don't know. He looks like a...
Quentin
I
Tarantino.
can't remember the actor's name.
Anyway. Forrest Whitaker.
Hoo-ah! So, I am going to do nothing. And if you're watching this and you have a 12-year-old
Who am I?
or older, and soon it'll be lower. It'll be 9 to 12 years old. Or you might as well. And then it'll be, oh, well, you know, you have to get your child vaccinated or they can't go to middle school because they might get COVID.
Who am I?
Like, wait a minute. Okay, so if masks and social distancing works, then one, why are we bothering with the vaccine? Two, if you're getting a vaccine that doesn't keep you from getting a disease, it just mitigates the circumstances of said disease, then what's the point of all that? So then that says to me, one, social distancing, masks, and the vaccine don't work because now they're saying you got to do all three. Now, some states like Missouri have had enough. And I think part of that is places like up north here where everybody was already like, if you don't want to wear a mask, don't wear it. I got mine on. They got theirs on. If you don't want to wear it, fine. But they also didn't have the health department charging $500 a pop. See, that's the other thing. The health department doesn't care. They don't care about health. They don't.
If you want to wear a muzzle, if you want to wear a mask, if you want to wear a dog collar, you do you, boo-boo.
Yeah. Just like if no shirt, no shoes, no service.
It's called liberty.
It's the same kind of thing. And so now businesses are going to be allowed to tell people that they can require you to wear a mask because they're businesses.
And you know what?
And then you say, oh, I'm not going to shop here ever again. And they say, fine, we don't want your money. And then boom, there it is. So if there's enough of us who are saying, you know what? I ain't going to Walmart no more. Oh, sorry. Did I say that out loud? Like that lady at the damn thrift store in Podunkville, right
This
down
is going to
Missouri.
perfectly segue into my section.
So I don't know what to tell my kids except for they ain't getting a vaccine if I have to homeschool them little bastards.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can I call them bastards if I'm their daddy?
Well, you just say, I'm not sure.
All right. I'm done.
I don't know who your daddy is.
Look at that. We're at 10 o'clock.
I don't know who your daddy is. Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to...
Did you bring more than 100 gram bars?
What are you talking about?
No, that's the package from last
Yeah,
time.
that's the package from last time.
Why don't you throw that stuff away, dude?
I forgot. What are you, my old lady now?
I'm just wondering.
You were my old... I was your old lady earlier.
Yeah, that's funny. That's true, yeah.
But see...
It's touche.
See what I mean about the light, how it casts a blue tint on us? I think it looks professional.
I don't know. It gives it a weird quality.
All right, so woke this week.
Week,
Disney's so woke that their revenue dropped over $6 million.
600 million.
600 million in the second quarter.
In the second quarter alone.
Now, a lot of people, they're thinking, well, Disney, they made, they does it really matter? Does it really matter? They lost $600 million in the first quarter. Does it matter?
Second quarter.
Second quarter.
I don't know. Does it say? I can't read it. You
Well,
move it too fast.
Here's what they made. They made $16.249 billion. And they
one
lost.
quarter.
And they
that
lost.
Was the first quarter.
That's one quarter. $16 billion.
$12.6 billion coming from the media, and $3.588 billion from the parks, experiences, and products. So
they lost $600 million out of this $16 billion.
So they went from 16.2 to 15.6, basically.
So think about that.
Look at that. Oh, there it is right there. 15.6. There you go. Revenue. So they lost it on their parks, experiences, and products. That's where it went.
Yeah, but when they break down the parks, experiences, and products, $636 million. It wasn't all from the parks though. People are saying it's from the parks. No, it's from their subscription services. Services.
I know, but look back up. All you gotta do is look at the totals.
Direct to consumer segment. Their direct to consumer segment.
Increase in 495. Oh. 495 million. Increase.
Ah. So, yeah. So we're just running through this stuff to get some numbers here.
Wow.
$901 million.
Increase comes from reduced costs, which declined to 14.167 billion from 15.990 billion. Wow. That's insane.
Yeah. So
$172.
Disney got so woke that they started losing some money because like you were saying, we're not gonna shop there. We don't care.
No, and the wokeism is ridiculous because they're taking an aspect of a small percentage of the population and they're making it mandatory for the whole of the population. This is what Marxists do.
Yeah.
They divide everything into these small groups so that you can't band together and overthrow this crap.
Well, and that's what I was saying.
Ridiculous.
We may think that them losing $600 million in the second quarter is a big deal, but for them it's not really a big deal.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Yeah,
it's like 4%.
I was gonna say it's not it's like maybe 2-3%, maybe 4. Yeah.
4%. Well, because they said at the bottom of the thing.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, I read it.
But yeah, it's not much. It's not much.
So just a heads up, Disney. See, I noticed it cuts off the bottom right here. That's good. I like that. I like how it cuts off the bottom. See.
Yeah.
All right. So
whatever.
Who was canceled? Liz Cheney was canceled. Sorta. She had a chair seat on the GOP. Okay. The news, everybody's making this a big deal, right? Let me tell you something. First of all, don't she look like Dick? Doesn't she look like Dick with hair?
She looks like a dick.
She looks like Dick Cheney with hair.
With that wrinkly neck like that.
Let me throw this at you, okay?
Oh, sorry. You mean
Liz
Dick Cheney. Gotcha.
Liz Cheney, okay? Do you know why the media is making a big deal about this? Because they want to keep Trump alive. And if she wasn't anti-Trump and in the Republican Party, she wouldn't be in the news. Because she's number 3 in the GOP. Number 3.
Right, she was.
She was number 3, yeah.
Right,
okay.
She was.
The number 3 in the minority party right now.
That's right.
In the House.
That's right.
Can you tell me who was number 3 in the minority party in the House before her?
No.
Nope. Can you tell me like the person before that person?
Her? Who's replacing her now?
Well, I can tell you the person replacing her now is a hardcore Trump supporter who got she was being backed by Trump, who's replacing her. My point is that the third in command in the minority party in the House, nobody gave a damn. Nobody cared. Nobody cared until this.
Well, I mean, the Liz Cheney thing's been in the news for over a year, so she's been a problem for all this. But I want to say this to you.
Yeah, say it to me.
They are still changing election rules all across the country. They are still counting. They're still auditing in Maricopa in Arizona. And they overturn the results in Pennsylvania. So then I would say to you people, at what point are you going to realize that the only reason they didn't want anyone to say anything about election fraud is because they had election fraud? Look at who's complaining about Georgia and their rules. Oh, these are racist. Then they go and they interview all the black folks in Georgia, and they're like, well, we have IDs. You got to have ID to do everything. So why wouldn't you need it? You got to have an ID to buy alcohol, cigarettes. I mean, to show responsibility, you have to have an ID that proves you're of a certain age. And that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And so for Georgia to say, hey, y'all need an ID. Hey, there is a limit on how long you get to send in these motherfucking ballots. It's silly. And I thought when they were changing all these rules, oh, they're fixing it so that Democrats can never leave office again. So they can keep the status quo. But what it turned out being is a bunch of states like, man, we better do something or these people are going to cheat every time.
Yeah.
And so they're trying to make amends. So then I would say to you, if you are saying that Trump is a liar and inciting violence by saying that the election was stolen, then you are not paying attention to what's actually happening. And even if it wasn't enough fraud to overturn the election, the fact that there was fraud says that they were willing to cheat to win.
Checking to see when they're going to knock us off.
And right. And it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder, right?
Yeah.
It makes me wonder. I don't know. Maybe it makes you wonder.
Dude, I got to tell you something about this right here.
So for her to come through and say, well done there, hot though, she's either playing a role and falling on her sword, right?
Yeah.
Or she's been a mole the whole time.
She's a mole. Well, let me tell you something.
Anyway,
with this whole thing.
Trump
By the
mole.
way, she voted in support of Donald Trump's policies 94% of the time.
Nuh-uh.
94% of the time.
Really?
She voted in support of Donald Trump.
Well, and he knew what he was doing. So anybody who said he didn't.
See how I have it set up like this?
Mm-hmm.
I save all these on my phone.
Right.
And then I go and I import them in here, and it automatically goes like this, and it pulls them all up all at the same time.
Okay.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Totally
man.
Cool.
Yeah,
Totally
man.
cool, bruh. Like, you know.
Well, we're not done. We're not done.
I know.
Here we go. Save the best for last. The Colonial Pipeline reportedly pays $5 million in cryptocurrency to hackers to end ransomware cyber attack. Okay, now I'm going to break this down for you for a sec, all right? So, cryptocurrency, first of all, they paid the ransom to hackers. That's bad. That's not good. It sets a bad precedence that if somebody wanted to mess with you,
and if
they
it's
could
a
do what they
private
want.
company, then they can do what they want. But if it's a government, it's a different thing.
Yeah, that's true. But these guys, isn't the pipeline controlled by the government?
Well, I don't know. I think so to some extent because you have to secure land rights.
And is
there's
it
eminent domain and stuff like that involved. So I mean, there's a whole
and then
thing
they
that
spell
you'd have to go through.
colonial?
To do these.
It's a colonial pipeline? What? It's colonialism? Anyway, no. What I was going to say is they paid it in cryptocurrency.
Let me say this to you too. Why are they only asking for $5 million?
Well, and why'd they pay in
In
cryptocurrency?
Cryptocurrency. See, I say setup.
Cryptocurrency goes like this.
This is setup.
They
dude.
go. Hey, let's send some money in cryptocurrency. Let's make
It's a
some.
setup. I said,
There you go. There's 5 million of them. Right here. 5 million. Well, there it is. 5 million of them. You can have them. There. 5 million.
It's funny because Elon Musk was like, "Oh, I'm not going to invest because
Done.
it takes more energy to make the cryptocurrency."
Did he just say it takes more money?
Yeah, it takes more money to pay the electricity or something like that. Like it's bad for the planet. Yeah, is that really what we're going with now, homie? It's bad for the planet
Okay.
to mine for.
And here's another thing. And I'm going to point something out.
Bitcoins.
Okay. So that supply line supplied 45% of the southeastern region's fuel. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Southeastern region.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, where's the southeastern region in the United States?
Florida.
Is New York?
Georgia.
I mean, is Washington D.C. in the southeast region?
No.
Is Maryland?
No.
Is Delaware? Is New Hampshire?
No.
They ran out of gas in states that aren't even supplied by this supply line.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Because they kept saying the east, but that's a southeastern region.
Southeastern region fuel. So the northeastern
That's
region
interesting.
where New York and all those, and Washington D.C. and all those other states,
Well, and we're not doing that pipeline from Canada now. So.
either A, that pipeline
Excuse
sends
me.
the oil
Damn.
to the
Late.
southeast, like Florida and New Louisiana, all those places, and then they truck it to New York and Washington D.C. up in that area. When they could just have a pipe that goes like across the border.
Give me that trash. All right, continue, man.
So they could have a pipe that just goes across the border and supply to them.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, man.
So these environmentalists, that's what I was saying earlier. Environmentalists, they wanted to shut down the Keystone Pipeline, which would have supplied a lot of
Keystone, Arctic.
they would have supplied a lot of oil,
Refuge.
and we would have been completely oil independent, which we already are, by the way. The United States is oil independent.
We were exporting oil when Trump was president.
Yeah.
100 days later, Biden's president. We've got gas problems. The prices are going through the roof, which is mostly taxes,
riddle me
by
this,
the way.
riddle me this, Batman.
Okay.
So gas prices start going up,
Right.
and they start having gas shortages. And then, in the middle of that, all of a sudden they have a pipeline that's being ransomed and shut down. Look, the computer shut down again.
It's funny, but see,
Flattening
look,
that damn thing.
not only do you got a pipeline that shut down, but you add that to Biden stopping one that was already being built.
No,
as
my
well,
point is
coming
that
from Canada.
they're going to point to this pipeline being shut down as the reason why the gas prices went up.
But the gas
It's not-
prices went up first.
No, but they're
Right.
going to point that out, just
Right.
like Biden took it. He took
You heard it here first.
credit
Maybe,
for the vaccines and the economy
Oh God.
until he destroyed the economy.
My goodness.
That thing
My
restarted again.
goodness.
I'm getting rid of this.
You're right. They're doing it on purpose, man. They're attacking us.
They're screwing with us. Telling you.
It's a good thing we can go around you. F Facebook and the FM face. Substantial progress in safely restarting our pipeline system and can report that product delivery has commenced in a majority of the markets we service. By midday today, we project that each market we service will be receiving product from our system. Panic buying is largely to blame for draining stations of fuel.
I got to tell you though, this panic buying thing.
They did it in Florida when a hurricane hit.
Okay, let me tell you something. Where I live,
Oh, we can't get
Where I live, the gas
down there.
prices-
Why not?
didn't move at all. If you go into Kansas City, the gas prices were going up. So what we learned is when you fill up, don't fill up in town. Fill up out here where we
Right.
live.
And then wait till you get back to do it again.
So we pull up to Casey's. If you're not familiar with Casey's, it's like
Casey's with a C.
it's like a 7-Eleven or a Circle K. Okay, so we pull up to Casey's, and we're getting gas. in front of us is a 4-wheel drive, like big rig, like big truck, 4-wheel drive. No. In front of us was the golf cart. In front of us was the golf cart. Behind us was a big 4-wheel drive truck. Next to us on the other side of the pump was a what do you like a zero turn riding mower. And then so there's multiple different types of vehicles there. In our little town, you can drive around in a golf cart, on a riding mower.
Right.
You could be on a go-kart if you want to, whatever. My point is that the guy in the golf cart, you know how the golf cart on the back of a golf cart, they have a little ledge? So he had on that ledge
Gas can.
4 gas cans set up. He fills all 4 of the gas cans, but doesn't put a cap on any of them.
Nuh-uh. That's hilarious.
He drives up to go pull in and get a drink or something, and as he's driving, it's all splashing onto the back of the golf cart on that little rack.
Right, because it's still cheap up north, so he can afford to.
I'm thinking if that dude's going in to get a pack of cigarettes,
he's gonna be following that dude.
World of hurt, bro. World of hurt. But yeah,
keep watching the news to see if some dude set himself on fire in a golf cart.
Dude, up where we live, their stuff catches on fire for no reason at all. There was
because people are always fucking around up there.
Well, there was a corn silo.
It's like, man,
a corn silo.
Yeah, how the heck does a corn silo?
Look at that stuff. Oh, they're popping up ads. I'm getting rid of that.
Stories worth no.
Nope.
All right, are we moving forward? Let's move forward. It's 20 after 10.
What?
It's time for Pathetic Pet, or is it Comedy Horror?
Comedy Horror, but we still got plenty of time. What are you talking about?
Are we still doing woke?
No, we just finished it.
Okay, that's what I thought.
We just finished it, but I was going to talk about gas and things catching on fire.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
I thought you were done with it.
So there's this big, out where I live, there are big silos.
Gotcha.
And in these silos, they put grains and they put different things. But I don't know if you know this, but silos... the grain particles, the grain dust, is highly flammable, and the grain itself lets off methane.
No.
So you got methane and this highly flammable powder. Okay. And somebody pulled a big rig in and closed the garage where this big rig was hot in there, and it burst into flames, burning the brand new silo, 3 silos. And a garage, like a semi-garage, so it's a huge garage. Burned up the thing, and then the truck was burned down just down to the wheels. So it still had the wheels and the chassis, but the top of the vehicle got burned.
So did the grain pop like popcorn?
No, it just bursts into flames and burns with a fiery inferno.
I bet that was awesome and gross all at the same time.
Fiery inferno.
Weird, isn't it?
So do you see that? I'm back on there. So yeah, what are we doing?
Talk about how
comedy horror,
being safe and all that stuff.
Comedy horror.
All right.
Red light district.
So my wife said to
yeah, baby. Red light
choose
district.
between the radio show and her giving me a blowjob. Let me finish. Let me finish. Yeah. So, and I, of course, tried to choose both. And since you see where I'm at, you know what I gave up to be here tonight. And at my age, I can't afford to waste those, just so you know.
You gave up a happy ending? What?
Because, you know, I get blown pretty regular, but it's the finishing that the women don't do.
I almost didn't show up here either today.
They don't finish as much as they used to. They'll leave you hanging.
I almost didn't show up here today either.
Mm.
My wife gave me a choice: the radio show, or I'll put biofreeze on your leg. Oh, baby, please put biofreeze on my leg.
Right? Like, come on. What do I got to choose?
Now that I got it on my leg. See ya. I can walk now. No, just kidding. That didn't happen.
No.
I wish I would have had biofreeze on my leg. Oh, my leg is... I go to a pain clinic for my leg.
Yeah.
And the pain clinic lady was like, yeah, your leg's fine. Just do the rice thing. rest,
Oh.
ice it, compression,
Like, rice
and elevate
only
it.
works on cell phones, bro.
And I'm like, okay, I'm doing it all the time. And since I've been doing that, I'm having less function on my leg. Why am I following these orders from these people if they
I
can't?
don't know, but I'm going to put my legs in rice and see if it works.
Rice. Beans and rice. Is that your whole comedy horse segment? Was just that
Yeah, I'm good. Let's go. Next.
you gave up a happy hug,
I did.
a special
I gave
hug,
up
and a special hug chair?
I gave up on a special
Do you have a
mouth
special-
hug. The happy ending mouth hug.
Do you have a special chair?
I don't. We pretty much
Have
we work with whatever we got
Just saying.
going because we got kids still.
You go like this. Okay, roll your chair in. Which is awkward when we
My
have.
wife does want to swing though because she's lazy that way.
Yeah, but when just get a hammock and cut a hole in it.
I like that.
It's ripstop,
Oh.
$20.
Then get another hammock and put it right beneath it.
Actually, Melissa and I have double hang. You ever double hang before? We have a tree in our yard that has a Y like this, and it's a big giant tree.
Uh-huh.
So I hang my hammock on one of the branches on the Y and her hammock on the other one, and we lay our hammocks side by side,
Oh,
so we can
that's
lay next to
sweet.
each other.
Yo, just lay side by side.
Side by side.
Can't get freaky though, man. Yeah.
Because it's like a swing. You just turn toward each other and you move the swing, and it swings apart from each other, and then swings back to each other. Okay.
Okay.
Whatever. I'm just joking.
Yes, you are. It's been a good show.
Is it time for the pathetic pet of the week?
I believe it is, yes.
Oh. Pathetic pet of the week this week.
Oh, wait a minute, baby.
Vega.
That's a cute puppy dog.
Take a look at Vega.
Vega.
Loves going to the Dollar General, apparently.
great,
Or
but
they
I
stole a
thought-
basket from the Dollar General.
I thought Vega was
Okay.
a boy.
If you're stealing baskets from the Dollar General and posting them online, you do know that you can get arrested for that
That's
shit.
funny.
Look, a Dollar General basket. Hey, take that basket back to the Dollar General, people. Vega is a shepherd mix in Kansas City, Missouri. Well, that explains it then.
Yeah,
Kansas City, Missouri.
of course.
Puppy female, large bicolor. So Vega is a female.
Oh, look, she got her COVID-19 vaccine.
Vaccines were up to date. And she tells everybody
That's
about
next.
it. She's like, I got vaccinated. And all the vegans are
Dang.
going, could you just shut up?
The adoption fee is $250.
You know it's irritating when vegans start telling you to stop talking about being vaccinated. $250 for for the adoption.
I'm Vega, and I'm a cute little feisty puppy with a little bit of a limp I'm sorry, what? A little bit of a limp right now. Before I came to Chain of Hope, I was stepped on, which caused my back right leg to break. Yeah, that's the story they told. But according to the doctor, I just need to wear my cast for 6 weeks, and my leg should be as good as new. Since I'm so young, there's a lot of sleeping, pooping, peeing, and playing, and repeat. I'm now in a foster home, and I'm doing great, but obviously not so great, because they're looking for someone to adopt you.
Yeah.
I am learning to be a dog with my foster brother and love getting attention from my foster family. I'm around another dog and cat, and I'm doing great. My foster family will continue to watch my leg, provide me with the needed tools to be an amazing girl. If you're interested in meeting me, what is this, a dating site? Please
If you're
visit chainofhope.com.
Read it like that. If you're interested in meeting me, please visit chainofhopekc.org and fill out an adoption application.
Once received, someone from our team will be right with you. Local adoption only in the Kansas. What do they care where the dog goes? Local adoption only, Kansas City area. Adoption fee includes deworming, all vaccination, rabies tag, microchip, spay, neuter, heart and worm test, flea and tick prevention, and heartworm prevention.
The last time I adopted a pet from like a store, okay, the first time I adopted my cat Buddy. We go to this pet store, and there were two lesbian ladies there, and they wanted to do a home visit. They wanted to make sure that the cat had plenty of room to run around and stuff. It's like, it's a cat. Why do you need to do a home visit for a cat?
Well, you want to know if he has plenty of room to run around. You know it's going to be an outdoor cat, right? It's not going to live in the house.
It's not going to live in the house. We just want a cat to catch the mice out in the garage.
That's great.
Dumb bitch.
Oh.
What? That's old
Seven
stuff.
Psychopaths. Oh.
Yeah, it's like an hour ago she said that.
She commented on that movie. See,
which is funny because, see, there are people commenting.
See? And I don't understand how come we ain't getting comments from the woe people.
People are commenting.
Maybe they didn't know we was on tonight.
Well, I mean, they sent a thing out saying that they're going to be on, and we are on their thing.
Maybe they was like, Married with Comedy, that don't sound funny.
That don't sound funny.
We catch a replay on that one.
I think it has them two fellers on there that they're a little bit kind of weird.
Yep, that's me. I'm weird.
I'm sorry, we can't watch your show because you two are too straight.
You're a cisgender male. What?
You're a cisgender male who knows how to reload your weapons very quickly.
Oh, I'm bleeding. Oh.
I know a guy said he was bleeding.
Bleeding heart.
He's like, I'm bleeding. I'm like, well, stick a damn tampon in it and shut the hell up.
You know, they say that works.
Doesn't.
They say that works.
Nah, it doesn't.
Yeah, you just stick it right in the hole.
Nope.
And then you leave the string out. And so it's fully.
That is such a big myth. People are like, oh yeah, that works. That does not work.
Oh, I bet
that's a
it would.
complete and utter myth.
I'd leave that thing in there till the blood stops.
That's a complete and utter myth. Look, we've been only 1 minute and 31 seconds.
1 hour and 31.
Or 1
minutes.
hour and 31. Hey man,
I'm counting
I'm counting it like how Disney counts their losses. Not
That's
very much.
It's like, whatever.
Okay, so let me send a message. Send a message. Wow, my phone is really bright.
Yep. I miss my little copper chain, by the way.
By the way, my phone,
it feels
to
different.
do the question mark, it's the M, and if you hold down the M longer, it turns into a question mark, right? But sometimes I don't hold it down long enough, so it's like I just sent her a message, photo, and I looked at it again, it says
Photon.
Photo,
Photon.
Photo, Photo,
Photo take, you will.
Photo. Look at this right here.
Casey Comedy Radio Chat. Casey Comedy Radio Chat.
Oh my gosh, is that the photo?
Oh
my god.
Yes, that's priceless, bro. They want gas to be high. It's part of their. Well, because people don't understand, it's all taxes. If the oil's not changing price.
You knew who
Your
that
wife
is.
probably
You know who that
understands
is,
that
right?
shit. I meant other people.
Thank you, darling.
That's you, homie.
Thank you, darling.
On Halloween, I hope.
You gotta.
Because if that's not Halloween, you're just dressing up like that for fun. You're a goofball.
You're a goofball.
You're a goofball.
It's a filter.
You're a goofball.
It's a ka-filter fish.
Like a filter fish.
It's a ka-filter fish.
Like a filter fish.
Did you take the pen that was right here?
I almost did, but then I didn't, but then I did. So there you go.
I got this one.
Right there.
Come on, ka-filter fish.
Holy smokes.
What? They're just dinosaurs. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about them dinosaurs. Now we're going... Boom! Comedy Judo. Hey! Look at this. Bam! Look at that Comedy Judo. I even put the thing up there. Oh, we're gonna have to... Ready?
I am unsure.
I'm ready. I got one.
Okay.
Boom.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right, you first.
All right. So, this is what came to mind.
Okay.
Today, It Part 3 was released, and Alice Cooper as Pennywise.
Okay.
That's a callback from an earlier joke between me and Jeff.
Yeah.
So,
You know, as we know
we can laugh.
as we know, all of the new vaccines that they have for this this current thing that's going on right now, they have no side effects at all. At least that's exactly what they told Jeff to say after he developed an unusual appetite for cats.
Brains. An unusual appetite for brains.
Right.
Brains.
Send more paramedics.
You remember?
What do you
That's
mean? We
awesome.
watch that like every other month. Like we watch that like
Really?
once a month. Yeah. We've got all the collection of all those movies.
Yeah. All of them?
We got all the Night of the Living Dead, Return of the Living Dead, Return of the Return, and Night of the Return of the
Island of the Dead. And
We got all of them, dude.
what was
all
the
of
one
them.
with Sarge?
My favorite
Was that
one.
Island of the Dead?
My favorite one was the one in the mall. That was a good
Dawn
one.
of the Dead?
The one,
The remake?
the one in the mall was good.
The remake, right? It's a remake of the original Dawn of the Dead, which was George Romero.
And then the other one that I like a lot. So I like the mall one, and then I also like the one where the little kid, where the little kid in the sewer, and they find the thing in the sewer. And no, they find the
Anyway, what's the name of it? Mrs. Onyx, will you please help us out here?
I think it's
Killing me with this.
You know,
I liked Zombieland, bro.
It's the Return of the
World War Z was pretty cool too.
Return of the Night of the something.
Which I want to say this to you: if you guys have been vaccinated, are we segueing into that now?
What?
Taking out the trash? I don't know.
Are we?
I don't know.
Are we that far?
I don't know. Where are we? Pathetic Pet of the Week, Comedy Judo.
I want to know, but I want to know
what
the name of that movie was.
We're not doing that one. I don't know. But there's a lot of zombie movies out there that are pretty good, man. That they take the zombie theme, and I mean, Shaun of the Dead was pretty cute. Revamping of the old George Romero style. The funny part about the zombies, they move so slow and whatnot. It cracks you up because it gives you that more.
What's your favorite zombie movie? Not TV show. So we're not gonna do Walking Dead.
I don't watch that show, anyways. I don't know, man. I don't know. I like Zombieland.
Zombieland is pretty cool. Well, I like Return of the Living Dead a lot.
Yeah,
because we've seen it so many times.
Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah,
is that
part
the
2.
one that had the like tongue-in-cheek kind of feel to it?
Shut the hell up.
Where it like rained and all the bodies came up out of the grave. Yeah, okay.
The one
I
was talking about with the little kid.
Yeah.
It was Return of the Living Dead Part 2.
Oh, was it?
I thought it had some
Wait,
kind of weird
was
name.
that the one that had the third one? Return of the Living Dead 3 with the chick that kept sticking the pins in her face and stuff.
I don't know, but
The pain kept her from eating
I don't know.
human flesh or whatever. Wanted to eat
I don't know.
human flesh.
What was the was it
think it
was
was
it
the-
Fright Night where the chick sticks the lipstick thing in her boobie?
Is that Friday Night?
I don't know.
That's
Here's the crazy thing. I can't remember shit.
Isn't this terrible?
We literally have every one of these movies.
Reference Joe versus the volcano.
Every single one of these movies, almost every horror
Brain
movie you can
fog.
think of, from the old ones to the new ones, we have almost all of them. We have almost all of the video games about horror. In fact, we just got the new Resident Evil 8 the other day.
I want to watch that one again because I
No,
I
the
like,
video game.
Yeah, I like the movie, Resident Evil movie.
Which
I did
one?
like the first one, obviously.
We've got all of them.
But I want to rewatch the first one because it sounds to me like there's some similarities to what's been going on here.
Well, we sit down with the
This COVID shit.
we sit down with the Resident Evil movies, the stack of them, and we spend a weekend watching all of them,
Okay,
every one of them.
interesting. All right.
You know what I'm saying?
I do, man. I used to love scary movies. So did my wife, but they got too gory.
We even have those movies, all the scary movie
Like one of my
franchise.
favorite scary movies was Feast.
Feast.
Yeah, and then they came out with Feast 2, and it was just terrible. It was a bunch of gay, like, humor all mixed in. Like, one of the first scenes, they cut off the monster's penis, and then, like, blood and semen everywhere. It's freaking gross.
Oh, she's
Really
responding.
weird.
She's responding to me in here. So let me switch to this,
Who is
and then
Mrs.
Melissa.
Onyx?
Yeah. So
Night of the Demons with the
yeah.
lipstick. Yeah,
Linnea
Linnea Quigley.
She's the chick from. She's the chick from.
Quigley.
She's the chick from Return of the Living Dead too. Isn't she?
Maybe I thought she was from. Oh gosh, what was that?
She's from Return of the Living Dead because she's the chick that gets naked and dances with the pink hair.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Linnea Quigley puts it in her. It's supposed to be tit. But see how it blocked out there's a.
Yeah, 'cause I thought it was saying cooch or something. There's like 5 letters there. It's like, that seems.
Here, l'accoutrement.
L'accoutrement.
The instrument of vast destruction.
All right. Instrument.
Do you like how, look, we've got the chat on both sides there? So we can see all the chat there and we can see the chat
man.
here.
Yeah, it all looks good. Yeah, look at this, but I always forget.
This person says, "What's up?" Okay, you can say, "What's up?" What's up? So we got one person on the woe side saying, "What's up?" All right then. So you ready to go to the next?
What's up with the what's up?
15 minutes to do the taking out the trash and then the close. Taking out the trash.
Yeah.
So as awesome as the show already is, so we're going to be adding, I'm going to be doing some more stuff with the sound, and I'm going to be doing some more stuff with the graphics to make them look a lot better, because we already are making them look awesome, and it's already sounding way better than it did when we first started, except for the woof woof. I don't know what's going on with that woof woof. I think somebody unplugged my ground loop
There we
isolator.
go.
What?
I was looking for
Is that you're taking out the trash?
I found it, yeah.
Okay.
I found what I was looking for.
Go
Sorry.
ahead. You first, or you want me first?
I can go first.
Yeah, you first.
Since I found it, I was
first.
trying to find it. Okay, so the fastest female sprinter in the world is American runner Allison Felix, a woman with more gold medals than Usain Bolt. Her lifetime best for the 400-meter run is 49.26 seconds. Based on 2018 data, nearly 300 high school boys in the United States alone could do that.
What did you hear about that soccer team that said, if you think a boy could do what we can do as the U.S. female soccer team, or some soccer team or whatever, and those 15-year-old kids went out there and whooped them hardcore.
Well, because women don't understand. Testosterone does something to the body. That's why they give it to you when they need you to heal fast or when you got some You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's what causes our muscles to heal like that. A lot of people don't know this. Weight training, you tear your muscles and then it heals. And that's what thickens your muscles. That's what makes you bigger.
Yeah. But
it also increases your strength because it grows back stronger. Okay? A lot of people don't understand how that stuff works. But yes, so they've got this female power lifter who changed her gender from guy to girl. But this person was a professional. Laurel Hubbard used to be a male champion weightlifter. And now has decided that that person wants to be a female.
To be an even better world champion weightlifter.
Well, that's the thing. The physiological attributes of males that makes them naturally stronger include anatomical and biological features such as size, muscle mass, lung capacity, and heart size would be an advantage. Martina Navratilova, the original trainee, just kidding, begs Joe Biden to stop trans athletes. And the one that spoke up that I thought was the most important was Bruce Dickinson. Not Dickinson, Bruce
Jenner.
Yeah, Bruce Jenner. Dickinson's the singer. Bruce Jenner.
Now that would be awesome if
Right.
Bruce Jenner became. You know what's funny? If Bruce Dickinson became a female singer, he would sing the same.
Probably could. So Bruce Jenner, who supposedly is Caitlyn Jenner, even though with all the ability, they still haven't lopped off the main part.
You don't think so?
Well, I know for a fact that when Caitlyn Jenner won Woman of the Year, he still had bits and still had Frank and Beans.
He's running for office and now they're turning on him. She. But
even
Hershey.
Bruce Jenner gets it, okay? So like
Hershey
could
chocolate.
you imagine Bruce Jenner, the freaking decathlete, the 4-time gold medalist or whatever he was, and like all this stuff for him to compete against women? I mean,
what's a feminist favorite candy? Hershey.
Incidentally, that is also a gay man's favorite candy. Hershey. Highway. What?
Yeah, Hershey.
Do
you remember the lubricant joke I used to make?
Taking a break one?
No, where it was what's a gay fella's favorite lubricant?
Oh, God.
Diarrhea.
All right. So yes,
what does a lesbian think of her girlfriend on the period? Finger paint.
All right. So, anyways, yes. So my taking out the trash this week kind of walks along the woke this week business, because I'm telling you, you guys don't get it. Like when we used to go out to our soccer tournaments, right? And I was dating this girl after a while that I'd seen at soccer tournaments here and there. She was a really good soccer player. But I would watch the girls play and think, oh my gosh, if they were playing a guys team, we'd run circles around them. Just the speed alone would crush them. You know?
Crush.
We had a guy on our high school soccer team who took second in state as a 100-yard sprinter. So, what? What do you think what would happen if he ran track against the girls? Like, he would have been a national champion. It would have just been ridiculous. So, I don't know. I guess that was my taking out the trash is, hey, people, wake up, okay? My daughters are about to start competing, okay? And until they hit, 12? They'll be able to compete with the boys. Once that puberty hits, one, the girls become sensitive, whiny, emotional basket cases. And two, the guys, something happens, man. Something happens where they start jumping higher and running faster, and they just leave the girls in the dust. Anyways, you're up, bro.
Leaving girls in the dust. Okay, so my taking out the trash this week is Burger King. Okay? Burger King, if you're going to be... You're losing your water? Burger King, if you're going to be telling me that I can get a sourdough burger, okay, so the sourdough Jack, remember that from Jack in the Box?
Okay, sure.
Sourdough Jack from Jack in the Box is a good sourdough burger, okay?
Sure.
Burger King is like, oh, we're going to try to do that. We got the BK sourdough, sourdough king, or sourdough burger, sourdough, whatever, the BK sourdough. Dude, you look at the picture of the BK sourdough, and it's got like a toasted bun, and it looks nice and everything. Every single Burger King we've gone to get a BK sourdough burger.
You looking for these?
No.
Okay.
Every single one we've been to. Why? You need them?
I may need one.
You can have them. You know what they are?
Both of them, yeah.
They're for the RCA ones, though. They're not for the...
excuse me. I have microphones.
No.
And they would actually plug into
it wouldn't. That's not what that is.
What is it?
That goes to those. It goes from an RCA plug to those.
Yeah.
No. Not what you're thinking, dude.
I'm pretty sure.
No. I'll show you after the show. Anyway, every single
Burger
Burger
King. The red
King...
and white ones?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Every single... Those cars are...
Okay, yeah, then I don't need those.
I can get you the other one, though.
You know what I'm talking about.
Every single Burger King we've been to, the sourdough burger that they have is not toasted. And then I call them up and I say, hey, the sourdough thing isn't toasted. Oh, we'll go ahead and toast it for you then. Oh. They give me another one, and it's not toasted. It's like barely even singed. They're like, well, it's toasted because we put it in the machine. We put it in the machine and it toasts it. Okay.
What's the machine? Is it a microwave?
It's that thing that they put the hamburgers in that flame broils them. All it is a flame broil oven with a wire rack that goes through it. So they put it on the wire rack and they send it through.
Okay. So it's meant
what
to
this tells
heat
me,
up an already cooked hamburger, but...
Two things you got to keep in mind. Two things you got to keep in mind. If they're supposed to be putting it through this thing and it can't get toasted properly, then that means that your hamburger is being undercooked. Every hamburger is being undercooked then. Every single one of them. Because if in their kitchen they were able to put the bun through it and it came out looking like the one on the picture.
Right, but I'm saying that if the meat's already cooked and that's just to heat it up.
No, that's how they cook it.
Right. Okay, I see what you're saying.
They put it through the thing.
How they cook it.
Yeah, they put it through the thing. That's how they cook it. So your meat's not even
all
cooked
over.
Through. Yeah.
Athen or David, what's that?
Some person they're tagging.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Tagging people.
Cool. Thank you, Shelly and
Richie. She said now she can hear that heartbeat sound. Woo, woo, woo,
That's
woo.
my heart. I don't know why it beats so fat.
It's our ground loop isolator. Somebody unplugged it.
What?
Our ground loop isolator probably got unplugged when I moved the TV. Put a new TV on there. So I got to plug it back
problem,
in.
You know?
So Burger King. That's what you need to know, Burger King. Burger King needs to figure it out.
Burgers, man.
Figure it out. Because if you're going to be offering a sourdough burger that's toasted on the bun, toast the bun. I felt like going in there ordering one of those, and if I get one that's not toasted, pulling out a toaster, plugging it in, going, How hard is that?
Bloop.
How hard is that to toast it?
How hard is it?
How difficult is it for you to toast a
Jeez.
bun,
How
Burger King?
difficult would it be?
So
Be
so
honest.
now we're at the closing. Here we go.
All right.
So
In closing,
the word of the day was misanthropy, the hatred or dislike of human beings or humankind or other people.
your wife is on to something.
So my wife actually suffers from that. Let me know in the comments
We all
what
suffer from
you
that.
suffer from. Make sure that
we
you
all suffer from human.
you also need to know
interaction.
this is not only on Facebook Live, but we
You're
do
not alone.
Rumble, YouTube. In the description, there's a link to Rumble, YouTube, Spotify. We also do it on our podcast and on kccomedy.com. On the Married with Comedy section, if you click that, you've got the archive of all of our past shows in audio format and below that in video format. But it comments, whatever platform you're on right now, comment what disorder you have and if you have misanthropy or misanthropy. Remember, fan mail can be
If you're a
sent.
misanthrope.
Yeah. Fan mail can be sent to
Love it.
Fan mail, care of Comedy Vets, P.O. Box 369, Lathrop, Missouri 64465. Let us know what you thought about this week in comedy history. The breakdown. Did you watch that thing that he talked about? I wasn't paying attention. And have you tried to use a guitar pick as a fire starter? Try that.
Yeah, let us know.
Definitely,
that one's a cool one.
The 420 thing. I don't know. I can't remember what
I
you
might
did.
have to break out a
What did
magnifying glass to see if that'll work.
What did you think about what's her name's device that she used to use, that she carried around? Princess Diana's
Oh, her legage.
sex toy, her legadget,
Her lucky charm.
legage. Yeah. I don't know what you did in the prison rules.
It's like she called it Lucky
Can't
Charm, like I called my wife's dildo the clown,
yeah.
because it has really big feet. So
Because like at a rodeo, she throws him off, and when he's done, the
I
clown
love that
finishes
joke,
her off.
dude. That's like one of the best jokes, and I wrote it like in the first 6 months of doing this shit.
Also, let us know what you think about the Woke This Week segment. What you think about Disney losing some money, the Liz Cheney thing, and what was the other thing?
I don't know.
Oh, the pipeline.
Yeah,
Or what
whatever.
you think. Let us know what you've seen that's
The
canceled,
vaccinations.
or who's woke and who's been canceled this week. Vega, make sure you try to get a hold of that dog that has a broken leg
Poor
from
Vega.
falling down the stairs.
That was messed up over a
Poor
minute.
dog.
That's what they say.
Write your own joke about the comedy Judo picture. When you look at it,
I like that. That's cool. I never thought about that.
yeah, write your own joke in the
Have
comment.
them write it. Yeah, and they
Tell
get
us-
a little more time to look at it. And
Tell us your story about who you're taking out the trash this week. So that's all the stuff that's
Booyah.
going on. Yeah.
it's
What was
like
I going to say
butter.
about that? About the comedy Judo. Remember, kccomedy.com is where the archives are under the Married with Comedy thing. Our
Right.
chat room is chat.kccomedy.com, where you can listen to the audio of this show
Yes.
and chat with us in the chat room.
Excuse
There's
me.
way less lag,
Diabetic.
and the sound is a little bit different because we're going directly in there from all this stuff. So
Hey,
I'm gonna have to change that whoop whoop to figure it out, but I've got some editing to do to figure out how to do that.
If anyone can do it, Jeff, it's you. sir.
Yeah. So let's see if it's time to do the close.
It
Yeah.
is.
So we're gonna do a minute for the close. Yeah, we'll do a minute for the close. So I'm gonna put it on the this thing here. You ready for the close?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna go like this so we can both hear it. Ready? I'm gonna shut the mics off.
You've been listening to Married with Comedy, with your hosts, James R. Freeman and Jeff Onyx.